Ethan Blake was taking a shortcut through the alley behind his office building when he heard the crying. Not loud, dramatic crying, but the quiet, desperate sobs of someone trying to stay silent. He stopped, his business instincts telling him to keep walking, to not get involved. But something made him turn back in the dim light. He saw them, a young woman sitting on the wet ground, her back against the brick wall, and a little girl standing beside her, clutching a teddy bear. Both were soaked from the rain, the little girl's pink dress clinging to her small frame. "Excuse me," Ethan said, approaching carefully. "Are you okay?" The woman looked up, her face pale with pain. She had long blonde hair, matted with rain, and wore a white blouse and black skirt office clothes, now ruined. "I'm fine. Please, just go." But the little girl spoke up, her voice small but determined. "Sir, Mommy can't walk. She hurt her ankle, and we've been here a long time, and nobody stops." Ethan knelt down, ignoring the water seeping into his expensive suit pants. "What happened?" "I twisted my ankle," the woman said, embarrassed tears mixing with rain on her face. "I was rushing to pick up my daughter from daycare, and I slipped. I managed to get Lily from the daycare center, but I can't stand. I've been trying to call someone, but my phone is dead," and her voice broke. "I'm sorry. You don't need to hear this. I'm sure we'll be fine." Ethan looked at this woman sitting in a puddle in an alley, clearly in pain, trying to protect her dignity, while her daughter watched helplessly. "What's your name?" "Sarah. Sarah Mitchell." "This is Lily." "Sarah, I'm Ethan, and I'm going to help you. Is that okay?" "I can't ask you to." "You're not asking. I'm offering." Ethan stood and pulled out his phone. "I'm calling an ambulance." "No, I can't afford to." Sarah stopped herself, but the damage was done. "Please, I just need to get home. If I can just rest, I'll be fine." Ethan understood immediately. No insurance, or bad insurance, or just the reality of knowing an ambulance ride could cost hundreds of dollars she didn't have. "Okay, no ambulance, but you can't stay here." "Where do you live?" "About 6 blocks from here. We usually take the bus, but with my ankle, I'll drive you. But first, let me carry you to my car. It's just down the street. I'm too heavy." "You're not. Trust me." Ethan looked at Lily. "Sweetie, can you hold Mommy's purse and your teddy bear while I carry her?" Lily nodded seriously, gathering their belongings. Ethan carefully lifted Sarah, trying to ignore her sharp intake of breath when he moved her injured ankle. She was light to light, actually, like someone who skipped meals to make sure her daughter had enough. "Lee, stay right beside me," Ethan said as they walked toward his car. His driver, David, saw them coming and immediately opened the back door. "Sir, is everything all right?" "Medical emergency." Drive us to Ethan looked at Sarah. "What's your address?" Sarah gave it, her voice quiet with shame in the car. With the heater running, Ethan could see Sarah and Lily more clearly. Both were shivering, exhausted, and Lily's eyes had the hollowness of a child who had been scared for too long. "When did you fall?" Ethan asked. "Around 5. Maybe 5:30. I've lost track." Ethan checked his watch. It was nearly 7. "You've been sitting in that alley for almost 2 hours. People walked by. Some looked at us, but nobody stopped. I tried to stand several times, but the pain." Sarah wiped her eyes. "I'm sorry. You must think I'm pathetic. I think you're a mother who got injured and is trying to take care of her child. There's nothing pathetic about that." They arrived at Sarah's address, a rundown apartment. It's building in a neighborhood that made Ethan's security team nervous. Ethan helped Sarah up 3 flights of stairs, Lily leading the way, till they reached a tiny 1-bedroom apartment. It was clean but sparse. A couch that looked like it came from a thrift store. A small TV on a crate. Drawings taped to the walls, Lily's artwork, clearly cherished. Ethan helped Sarah onto the couch and elevated her ankle with pillows. "Do you have ice?" "In the freezer." He found a bag of frozen peas, no ice tray, and wrapped it in a towel, placing it gently on her ankle. "Thank you," Sarah whispered. "I don't know what we would have done if you hadn't stopped." Mommy was trying to be brave, Lily said, curling up next to her mother. But I was scared. I know, baby. Sarah kissed her daughter's head. But we're okay now. Ethan looked at his family in their sparse apartment and made a decision. Sarah, your ankle needs to be looked at properly. I'm going to call my doctor. I told you, I can't afford. He's a friend. He makes house calls. It won't cost you anything. I can't accept charity. It's not charity. It's a friend helping a friend. You can pay me back someday if you want. But right now, your daughter is scared and you're in pain. Let me help. Sarah's resistance crumbled. She nodded. Ethan called his personal physician, who arrived within an hour. He examined Sarah's ankle and confirmed it was a severe sprain, not broken, but needed rest and proper care. Stay off it for at least a week, the doctor advised. Ice it regularly. Keep it elevated. After the doctor left, Ethan realized the problem. Sarah, how are you going to manage? Can someone help you? Family nearby. No family. And I'll figure it out. I always do. What about work? Sarah's face fell. I'm a receptionist at a law firm. I have to be there or I don't get paid. And if I'm not there, they'll just hire someone else. People like me are replaceable. Mommy, what about me? Lily asked. Who's going to take me to daycare? Sarah looked at her daughter with such anguish that Ethan felt his heart break. Here's what's going to happen, Ethan said. I'm going to call your employer and explain that you're injured and need the week off for medical recovery. I'll make it clear that firing you would be unacceptable. You can't do that. I can, actually. I know a lot of law firms in this city. I'm willing to bet I know your bosses, Henderson and Associates, Sarah said quietly. Ethan smiled. I have James Henderson on speed dial. We went to law school together, okay? The next morning, Ethan not only called James, but also arranged for a nurse to check on Sarah daily. He set up grocery delivery for the week, and he personally stopped by each evening after work to make sure Sarah and Lily had everything they needed. Why are you doing all this? Sarah asked on the third evening, watching him help Lily with a puzzle on the floor. Because somebody should have stopped in that alley long before I did. Because a woman and child sitting in the rain should never have to wait 2 hours for help. Because you matter, Sarah. You and Lily both matter. You don't even know us, okay? I'm getting to know you. And what I've learned is that you're working yourself to exhaustion to provide for your daughter. That you put her needs before your own always. That you're too proud to ask for help, even when you desperately need it. And that Lily is lucky to have you as her mother. Over the following weeks, as Sarah recovered, Ethan became a constant presence in their lives. He brought dinner. He played with Lily. He helped Sarah understand that accepting help wasn't weakness, but wisdom, and somewhere in the midst of bedtime stories and frozen pea ice packs and Lily's endless questions about everything, Ethan fell in love. 3 months after finding them in that alley, Ethan proposed not with a grand gesture, but quietly, sitting on Sarah's thrift store couch while Lily slept in the bedroom. Hey Sarah, I found you in an alley in the rain, hurt and scared and trying to be brave for your daughter. I carried you out of that alley and into my life. I don't want to carry you out. I want to walk beside you through all of life's alleys, through all the rain. Will you marry me? Sarah was crying. Ethan, I come with nothing. A daughter, debt, a tiny apartment. You come with everything I need. Lily, who taught me that patience and play matter more than profit margins. And you, who showed me that strength isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up. Will you marry me? Sarah said yes. At their wedding, Lily served as flower girl and gave a toast. Mr. Ethan found us when Mommy couldn't walk. He carried her, and he helped us, and he stayed. Lots of people walked past us in the alley, but he stopped. That's how you know someone's a good person. They stop when everyone else keeps walking. Sometimes the best things are found in the worst places. Sometimes an alley in the rain leads to a lifetime of love. Sometimes Carrying someone out of the dark is what leads you both into the light. And sometimes, stopping when everyone else walks by is what makes you a hero. If this story touched your heart, please like and share it. Subscribe for more stories about choosing to help and finding love through compassion. Leave a comment about when someone stopped to help you. Your stories inspire us all.